What are some harmless ways to mess with people? If you ever have a moment with their computer or cell phone, use their search engine to look for a bunch of nonsense products and then erase the search history. The algorithm will think they have an interest in said products and put a bunch of ads recommending them for the next few days.
Oh man, do I have a story. In my freshman year of college, my roommate was a very neat and orderly person. He had every pencil in place, every paper had a folder, and his things got neatly packed away. We were pretty amicable towards one another, even with my messy living. At first, when he would leave for classes, I would admire how tidy his desk was and thought to myself I should mess with that. For the whole year we lived together, I would sneak used staples everywhere on his stuff. Homework folder? Staple. Pencil case? Staple. Backpack? Staple. Shower caddy? You bet that pube-infested bar of soap got a staple on it. Hell, even the TV remote got a staple in it between the batteries, so when they died he would eventually find another. I did it often, but was careful to space the staple events far enough apart to not raise suspicion on myself. I further protected myself by making a huge deal of having to borrow the across-the-hall neighbor's stapler whenever I needed to bind papers together. About March of our second semester he had become insanely suspicious of anybody with a stapler and watched them like a hawk. The straw that broke the camel's back, I had asked him one night what his plans were under the guise of having a companion over for a visit. He said after dinner he had to go check out some obscure book at the library. When he left and headed to the dining hall, I snuck off to the library, found the obscure book he needed, and clicked a staple into it. He gets back to the dorm room and I'm doing homework in the same spot when he had left an hour earlier, claiming the meetup didn't end up happening. He sits down at his desk and opens up his newly rented book, and I hear that staple fall out onto his desk. All I hear after that is, "Why, where the heck all these staples coming from?" I revealed myself after graduation when I mailed him a birthday card with a used staple in it. Thankfully he got the biggest kick out of the card and we still talk daily. TLDR, I put used staples in, on, and around my roommate's things. I put a tiny piece of masking tape over my coworker's mouse laser on April Fool's Day one year, wrote April Fool's on it. He troubleshot every single thing except examining the mouse. He eventually called IT, who simply turned the mouse over and pointed it out to him. I do this every so often because it's kind of a game to me to see how long I can keep it up till the person catches on. I repeat the last word the person says in question form. Example. Hey, me and Jenny are headed to Jim's Pizza Hut. Jim's Pizza Hut? Yeah, you know the one on F Street. F Street? Over there near the harbor with the big carousel. Carousel? Yeah, you know the one you went with me and Jane. Jane? My girlfriend. Girlfriend? Okay, what the heck is wrong with you? Once they call you out and have caught on, the game ends. I've carried on a conversation over an hour once doing this. It's really awesome when the person you are doing it to has gone through this a few times with you. My daughter has gotten me a few times herself, and she'll laugh on and off for the day at my expense. Her husband has called me a meanie for teaching this to her a few times too. This is especially humorous to me, because former international hostage negotiator for the FBI, Chris Voss, P, teaches this in his book Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as if your life depends on it. It's called mirroring, the act of repeating the last few words back to them in order to gain more information without giving any away. Your price is too high. Too high? Yes, we have to work within a specific budget. Specific budget? That's right, we can't move an inch over $50,000. I think we can make $50,000 work. Whenever I visit my extended family across the country, I bring a bag full of random remotes that I don't use anymore. Just random remotes that go to old DVRs or anything really. Just hide them around their house, they only recently caught on. How do you have several bags of remotes you don't use? Never throw one away, because it's still good. My brother-in-law. Thanks for watching everyone, please consider subscribing. Also if you think my profile picture is hot, it took me 10,000 years to make.